went to the New Beverly in Los Angeles to see a movie. I saved one of my little ticket stubs as a souvenir. Welcome to another episode of Paul Brooks TV, specifically part 3 of the huge LA road trip haul that has been going on. I said I was going to do 3 episodes. I'm thinking it's going to be 4. So I hope you'll stick with me just because I don't want to rush through everything. What's one more video on YouTube gonna hurt, you know? So we're gonna take a look at some stuff and we're gonna start with some CDs. Up first, the new album from Lorde. It's called Virgin. And look, I'll be honest here. I like Lorde, but I've certainly never bought a Lorde album before. And the only reason that I bought this one here is because the CD is clear. Totally see-through, it's totally clear, and apparently not working very well on some systems. So I'm gonna unbox this probably at some point soon and try it on the car stereo to see if this CD actually plays. Can you see that? It's clear. And yes, I know there's been also some talk about her body parts. I mean, as you can see here, it's like we got an x-ray thing going on. You know, that's all fine and good too, but I don't know, the clear CD really worked on me in terms of marketing. It's an interesting concept. I'm excited to crack that open and actually take a look at excuse me, what the CD looks like and whether or not it plays. I also picked up, I got that from Amoeba. This is from Amoeba as well, and I got it for $1. It's the soundtrack to a movie called The Big Empty, which I'm a big fan of, even though some of it has not aged well, but what are you gonna do? Rachel Lee Cook, who I just adore, Jon Favreau, Sean Bean, Sean Bean, who else? Claire Forlani, I think. Bud Cort, great cast. If you've never seen the movie, definitely check it out. I'm like $1 for the soundtrack, gotta do it. Why not? It takes place in Baker, California, which is about, well, it's out in the desert on the way to Vegas, maybe halfway. And I really love it out there. I always stop every time I'm out there. I stopped on my way home, got some shots of locations from the movie. So it's just a really neat, you know, sort of mid-2000s movie. And I got the soundtrack, so I'll definitely be playing that as well. This is something I heard about, a book sale going on out by Woodland Hills in the Valley. And I hit up the book sale at this sort of, you know, local bookstore, and they had a decent selection of movies. I found this. It's called The Halfway House. It's got a black case, but it is a Blu-ray, not a 4K. And it's from Intervision, which is like I think a division of Severin, if I'm not mistaken. And I watched this while I was in LA. Pretty fun, pretty interesting. Got some good practical creature effects going on right there. It's like, again, it's a mid-2000s sort of kind of old school throwback movie. And there's some good special features on it as well. You can tell that the people who made this movie had a really good time putting it together. They really cared. They seem like a really tight-knit unit. What's her name? Mary Woronov is in it, who I know from Chopping Mall and from, come on, House of the Devil. But she's been in plenty of other stuff. I'm sure that people would recognize her. This is interesting. If you can find it out there somewhere or streaming or anything like that, check out The Halfway House. Okay, we're going straight back to Amoeba. You know, I mean, I was in there several times because, like I said in one of the previous videos, whenever I would go visit Sierra, I would end up popping in. I'm just looking at this to make sure that I can actually show you this without a problem. I think we're okay. It's called That's Sexploitation. Yeah, it's like a, I was about to say it's a documentary. Yeah, it is. Documentary, yeah. So it's a documentary about sexploitation. I don't know, it was $10. Okay. I thought it was cheaper than that. I picked it up anyway. Fascinating and extreme. Yeah, why not? You know, when I'm in Amoeba, I just can't help myself. I end up buying stuff that I know that I should not be buying, including this. Cool as Hell. This is another one from, what's this guy's name? James Balsamo. I had one of his other movies on part 2 or part 1. And the reason that I picked this one up is because who is on the back? You can see down there at the bottom, Mr. Tom Savini, who I actually, believe it or not, have met at Amoeba. I randomly was standing in Amoeba, I don't know, 2018 or 2019, and Tom walks by, and I just, spur of the moment, said, "Hey, Tom, how's it going?" Like that. And he stopped and started talking to me and said, "Hey, I'm good. Do I know you?" Like the way I said it was very, almost too friendly. I don't know. But he was very nice. So figured I would pick up this Cool as Hell. I don't know anything about it, but apparently it's the 11th anniversary of it. So that's great. Good for them. This is something I got at a library in Brush, Colorado. And obviously it did not come with the case, but it's the Iron Claw. And I just watched this the other night. Very good. Very, very good. Teared up a little bit. Hard to watch. So I need to find a print, or I need to print out a case for this at some point just to complete the look. But yeah, I stopped into this. There's a couple things that I have here from this library in Brush, Colorado. I go into libraries sometime. If I've been on the road too long, I'll just stop, and I'll stop at a random town to see if there's a library and see if they have any movies for sale. And I stopped in Brush, Colorado, and I go, "Do you guys have a section of movies for sale?" And they say, "Well, we do for our book sale, but our book sale isn't until October." And they said, "You know what, do you want to just come in?" And I said, "I'm just passing through town." And they said, "Oh, you know what, do you want to come in and take a look?" So they let me into their basement, which was very nice of them. And I found the Iron Claw and a couple other things in here. So shout out to the ladies at the library in Brush, Colorado, for allowing me to do that and not charging me hardly any money for the stuff that I picked up. This is not one of them. I don't know how Plus One accidentally snuck in here. I've owned that one for a while. Good movie. Check it out. But that was not part of the road trip haul. Ignore. This one was Land Ho. This I also picked up at a library in Pahrump, Nevada, which I'd never been to before. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to Pahrump just because it's so much fun to say. Land Ho. Looks like an old guy movie, which I'm getting up there, so I'm kind of a fan of this sort of thing. Apparently it's gorgeous and joyous. Can't go wrong there. I do not see any special features, but if you want to read the description there, it looks fun, and I am more than happy to pick that up for $1 from the library in Pahrump, Nevada. All right, moving on. What in the world is this? Oh, something loose inside. Let's tape shut. I picked this up at a place called Zia Records in Las Vegas. I had stopped into a record store. There wasn't much there, and the guy working said, you want to go to Zia. If you're looking for movies, you got to go to Zia Records. And there was a ton of interesting looking stuff. I could have spent a couple hours in there. But it was hot. It was like 112 in Las Vegas, and I was just looking to get to my hotel room. I stayed at oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to even mention the name. Bad Business, starring Master P and Tracy Bingham and Brent Huff. Bad Business. I stayed at the Flamingo in Las Vegas. It was nice. There were some issues, but, you know, different video for a different time. Also from Zia Records in Las Vegas, Now You Know. Jeremy Sisto, Rashida Jones, some other folks. All this was real cheap, 99 cents. Me just sort of picking up random stuff. It looks like kind of a Swingers knockoff, if I'm being honest. And it's from, you know, like 2005 or 2002, good year. So usually when I see something like that, I end up picking it up. Also from Zia, Imprisoned Love. Get out with your life while you still can. Okay. Yep. I think this is also from Zia. Yeah, we're still going. Blu-ray with a nice looking slipcover. The toll. You gotta pay the troll toll. Everyone pays in the end. I suppose there is some truth to that. I don't know anything about this. It's apparently an unforgettable ride. No quotes on that, but we'll see. Special feature, Pang the Tollman featurette. And yeah, nice slipcover. A little, you know, shine to it. Probably the same thing underneath here, yeah. But, you know, for 99 cents, why not? Two more things from Zia Records. This is called He Who Finds a Wife. Oh, I'm sorry. He Who Finds a Wife 2, Thou Shall Not Covet. Sequel. Have not seen the first one. Could not find the first one. Don't care. Gonna do it. That's what it looks like on the back. And last from Zia, this is called Woods of Evil, and it is the director's cut. Spent a little more money on this one. Don't remember why. Why did I do this? No one knows. There's got to be a reason. Nope. Just spending money in Vegas. I mean, I was in a money spending mood. I lost $40 at the casino. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Special feature. There's not even any special features on here. Why did I buy this? I mean, like, you know, for $1, sure, but why did I spend $8 on this? It was 112 that day, so I guess my brain was not working. I mean, nothing against Woods of Evil, but $8. Last, not least, this is another one from the library in Brush, Colorado, and I had mentioned that I picked up one VHS tape. Here it is, and it's called, I'm looking at it backwards on the screen. What does that say? Who Gets the House? Yeah. Liking someone really boils down to simply making a choice. It's one of the worst taglines I've ever heard. What does that mean? This is from Feature Films for Families, which means that it's probably Christian, which means it's probably going to be awful. Oh my God. I'm not reading all that. Yeah, there's a parent's guide on the back, that's why. So, yeah. You know, it was, I mean, I got Iron Claw on Blu-ray minus the cover. And I got, what else did I get? I got one other, I don't remember what it was. Maybe it's in one of the other videos. I got 3 things for $1 from that library. So you can't really go wrong there. Anyway, that's everything. I am going to do one more. So stay tuned for that. We will get through all of this. If you are watching all of this, if you're sticking with me, know that it is very much appreciated. Leave a comment down below if there's anything that you are a fan of, or if there's something that you really are interested in, or anything that you want me to do a specific solo unboxing of. I am going to do some of this. But thank you for watching. Hope you're doing well, and I'll see you next time.